I'm going to introduce you to Activiscope. This is an online program that allows you to create interactive quizzes, so drag and drop quizzes, multiple choice quizzes, that type of thing. And these can then be used from a memory stick, but ideally from Moodle. So I'm going to show you how to create one of these quizzes. If I go here, so I'm on the Activiscope site right now. To show you how I got there, I just put Activiscope into Google, hit return, and right at the top, Activiscope is this is the link that you need to click on here. Okay, so I'm just going to log in. Okay, and I'm going to put in the password as well. Now, to get the password, you'll need to go to the e-learning page on the Moodle site, and there you'll be able to get the username and password. So I've now logged in, and also it would be great if you could keep the resources that you make within the Barnet folder as well. I'm just going to click on Quiz Activities, and the first thing I'm going to do is to select the folder where I want to store this. So I want to store it in the Barnet folder, and I'm going to call it, so I'm going to create an IT quiz, and it's going to be multiple choice. And then I've kind of set it up. All I need to do now is to start adding my questions. So I have a Word document, which I'm just going to pull up. And all I need to do is to drag and drop, copy and paste the questions into the questions and answers into the correct fields. So I now need to get the correct answer, which I've got here. Paste that in, and now I've got space for 3 alternative answers, so I'll just quickly paste those in as well. Okay, and then just sort of finally. Okay, great. Okay, so I've created one multiple choice question. To create more, I simply click add a question, and you can see, and I can just keep going. I can add 20, 30 questions. I can also hit save. When I hit save, I've got the option to either keep adding more questions or to export my resource. Now, what I would say is that the system tends to log you off after about 20 minutes, so it's a good idea to save the work that you're doing within Activiscope every 10-15 minutes or so. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to is to click here to start using my activity. So just out of interest, okay, so the one that is going to be relevant to most people is going to be this one down here. It allows you to export the resource as a trackable multiple choice. What that means is that whatever answers the student choose, they will be recorded, and as a tutor you'll be able to see what they got wrong and their grade. But if it's more for fun, you could perhaps, and for the lower levels, you could select some of these other ones. So if I click on Penguin Crossing, for example, and I'll go for easy game. So you can see my questions up here, and I simply select the correct answer. And if I get the answer correct, then I move round, and if I don't, I don't. So, okay. So these are kind of more fun ones, but they don't record the answer. This is the one that you would want if you were going to export it to Moodle. And just so that you are aware, you can go in here as well, and this is the way that you can go in and add more questions. So what I'm going to do is show you how, I won't show you how to import into Moodle, but I'll show you how to export it out of Activiscope. And you simply click on Export SCORM, and then you just click on Create SCORM Resource, and then you just click here to download. And I'm just going to OK that and just save it to my desktop, and I'll just call it IT Quiz. Okay, great. So I've gone in, I've created a quiz in Activiscope, and so we're going to find this on our desktop now. Here we go. So that's in a zip file, a zip folder, and that's now ready to be imported into Moodle. Just a couple of tips when you do import it into Moodle. You don't want to unzip it, so you'll import it into Moodle, you'll just leave it in the files area, and then when you go to Moodle you want to add it as a SCORM as a SCORM quiz. Okay, that's the end of the Activiscope tutorial.